Welcome to Gaia's Call, where stories ignite your spirit and the earth whispers her secrets. I'm Brad Swift, a Write on Purpose author of eco-fiction and nonfiction, inviting you to become an eco-guardian. Together, let's explore the wonders of our world and take action to protect them. Listen closely. Gaia is calling. I am calling all eco-conscious family members ready to become eco-guardians. It's an all hands on deck time. Have you ever felt the quiet hum of purpose when you add to your compost bin, or you plant a tree, or you teach your kids to marvel at the beauty of a sunrise? Have you ever wondered if these small everyday actions are enough? What if they're not just enough, they're the very foundation of something bigger, something world-changing? Let me introduce you to a vision. It's a call to action for every eco-conscious family member out there. Parents, kids, grandparents, teachers, librarians, coaches, mentors, all hands on deck. Today, together, we have the power to go beyond awareness and step into a new role, eco-guardians. But first, let's start with what we and where we are today. Well, first off, what is an eco-conscious family? Well, an eco-conscious family is more than just a household that composts, repurposes items, and drives a hybrid car. All those are great starts. It's a family that, number one, chooses to see themselves as part of a larger whole, deeply connected to nature and each other. It's a family that actively teaches and models care for the earth, whether that's through conserving water, planting pollinator-friendly gardens, or encouraging kids to use reusable lunch containers. Or they might also be a family that has multi-generational wisdom to call upon. Grandparents sharing stories of their simpler times, and children reminding us of their unfiltered wonder at the world. It's not a family that's perfect or does everything right. It's a family that tries and shows up every day to make choices that align with their values. For example, imagine the Greens, a fictional family you'll meet in the upcoming One Cause series. They're your neighbors, your friends. Maybe they're even you. Busy parents working hard to make ends meet. A teenage son constantly on his phone. a 10-year-old daughter learning about the climate crisis in school. They're joined by two loving grandparents who live nearby and pitch in wherever they can. Like many of us, they're doing their best. Their routines reflect their eco-consciousness in small but meaningful way. Packing lunch boxes in reusable containers. Walking or biking when possible. Composting food scraps. Reading books that inspire connection with nature like The Lorax, or braiding sweetgrass. Or maybe even the Zach Bates Eco Adventure series. I'd put that plug in there. Choosing experiences over possessions, like camping trips that cultivate a love for the outdoors. But being eco-conscious is just the beginning. The time has come to move beyond awareness and into action. The time has come to become eco-guardians. Why now? Why hands on deck right now? Well, because the planet is calling. It's begging for our attention. The rising seas, burning forests, and melting glaciers are not just distant tragedies, they're urgent alarms. And it's not just about the planet, it's about us, our children, our grandchildren, the generations that will either thrive or struggle based on what we do today. It's time to channel our eco-consciousness into more meaningful action. It's time for all hands on deck. Being an eco-guardian means taking responsibility for our shared futures. It means turning knowledge into action. It means moving from individual efforts to collective impact. And it means stepping into leadership, not just for ourselves, but for the communities and ecosystems of which we're a part. Let me give you an example. My wife, my lovely wife Ann, I love her so much. She took the Pachamama Alliance Game Changer Intensive a few years ago. That experience inspired her to start a repair cafe in Henderson County, North Carolina. It's an international movement that brings people together to fix broken items instead of discarding them. Through this simple but powerful initiative, she's helping to reduce waste and strengthen community connections. That's what it means to move from eco-consciousness to becoming an eco-guardian. It's action. By the way, a little aside, I've registered to retake the Game Changer Intensive for my third time. It's that impactful. So, let me know if you're interested in taking it with me. One of the coolest things about it is their tuition arrangement. You pay at the end based on the value you received and what fits your budget. How cool is that? So, you can look it up. Pachamama Alliance Game Changer Intensive. Now, how about joining the journey? One Cause. Starting January the 3rd, I'll be launching the One Cause series here on Substack. It's a journey into the deeper truths behind the climate crisis and how we, as families and communities, can step into the role of eco-guardians. Along the way, you'll meet a cast of fictional, or are they, characters from my eco-adventure stories, such as Zach Bates, a teenager thrust into the role of an Earth ambassador, and Rakit and Samson. Rakit's a wise feline with magical powers and her flying dog companion, who together with Zach makes up the eco-adventure team. And then there's Tess Broccoli and Argos, a young girl and her fiercely loyal canine companion, who first appears in book 1 of my eco-fiction series, Eco-Guardians, The Awakening. And then there's Aya and her shaman grandfather, keepers of ancient wisdom from the Amazon, who appears in Rainforest Shaman, my eco-fantasy inspired by my own spiritual journey to the Ecuadorian Amazon rainforest. And Luke Bates, Zach's older brother, who's navigating his own journey to purpose. These stories will intertwine with real-world insights and actionable ideas, creating a roadmap for each of us who can contribute to a regenerative future. So, are you ready? I envision One Cause to be much more than just a series of articles. It's really an invitation and an opportunity to explore what it means to live with purpose, to inspire the next generation, and to take tangible steps towards creating a thriving future. If you've ever wondered what more you can do, or how to help your family and community join the effort, this is your moment.
Unknown caller.
And we had a little call in here. We'll ignore that. If you've ever wondered, this is the time. This is your moment. Will you join me? Let's be the eco-guardians the Earth needs right now. The journey starts January 3rd. Together we'll turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. One family, one action, and one cause at a time. And if you happen to be here, how about sharing this with your family, your friends, anyone else who you know are ready to become eco-guardians? And use a hashtag #OneCause to join the conversation. Until then, stay on purpose,